I know, you see, somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful.
Okay, we are recording.
Live life, breathe air. I know somehow I'm gonna get there and feel so wonderful. It's all for real. I tell you just how it feels. Sorry. Okay. You can go now.
That's the buzzer from AGT.
I just feel like I'm great. So, regardless. But go ahead. Start your intro.
Thank you.
So,
Hello.
wake up. No. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Shut up.
Okay. Okay. Tell your background and be quiet.
Oh, shit. I didn't even know that was getting I was like, why are you looking at me like that?
You didn't hear that?
I heard it. I guess the noises around. I just tune them out. Oh my god. Yeah, I heard that ish. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, hello and welcome to TFR or Things Ruining Podcast, our Movie Monday segment. I'm one of your hosts, Mars.
And I'm one of your hosts, Astro.
And welcome. Last week we uploaded the first episode of this segment on the live action Snow White and how awful. I mean, we gave our opinions on that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And this week we decided to stick with the theme of musicals and unfortunately Disney, and we decided to do the live action Little Mermaid. Yes. What are you doing?
There was a plane.
I could hear it.
Because I muted you.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a plane, and I was like, damn, that's loud as hell. Anyway, yeah, so we decided to do the live action Little Mermaid, and kind of in a similar fashion we did with Snow White. We're just going to talk about it, discuss it, break down what we liked about it, what we didn't, and all that.
Yeah. So we each watched the movie individually, and we each have our own opinions. We're gonna come together, discuss it,
Mm-hmm.
decide on a ranking to give the movie, and then decide where to put it on our tier list.
Yeah.
Uh, as a reminder, I'm just gonna do this now because I'm gonna forget to do it later. Our tier list includes the top of the top, best of the best, God tier. Under that is almost masterpiece. Then there's not good, not bad. Then there's watchable, and at the bottom of the bottom is the worst thing I ever saw. So we haven't done this in a while. So before
Yeah.
we get into it, I'm going to ask, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. You see, I don't know. I don't want to age this episode, but Mother's Day was this weekend.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be posted for like 2 weeks after
Yeah.
this is recorded.
But Mother's Day was the weekend we are recording this, and
Yes.
I had a wonderful Mother's Day. I'm not a mom, but I had a wonderful Mother's Day with my mother. I took her
Oh,
out to the Kendrick Lamar concert that happened that weekend, and
nice.
she was getting her life. And because my mom has a weird parasocial relationship with Kendrick Lamar,
I've noticed.
then I like SZA, so I went for her. I don't mind Kendrick's music either. I think his music's fine. But I had a good time still. I was like, I knew his songs, so I was not standing there looking stupid. Is what I'm trying to say. And then like before that, like my mom and I, we got to the area, like the stadium, mad freaking early, and we went inside the mall that was right next to it. And when we went inside the mall, because SZA had a pop up, she had a pop up with her lip gloss brand called Not.
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to see her. Like she popped up in the mall like a daisy, and there was a bunch of crowds around her and stuff like that because people are ridiculous. And I was
Yeah.
able to get like a 15-second clip of her walking by me. I was like, oh,
You didn't say hi?
I didn't because like people were in my way. Like I was literally behind my mother, and because she waited in that area because she was working her way around, and then she walked by. I was like, "Sis." But
Oh,
anyway, so yeah, we we saw her walk right by, and then we went to the concert and it was fun. And then on Saturday, I took my mom out to like a lunch, and then we saw the movie Sinners. And
Nice.
then Sunday and then Saturday, we went over my older sister's house and we celebrated one of my older sister's birthdays and stuff. So I had a very, very busy, full, and eventful weekend. And I drove all weekend. Anyway, I had a very eventful weekend. And I did a lot of, I said this like 3 or 4 times. I had a very eventful weekend and I did a lot of driving. I realized right then and there that I don't like driving. Like, I don't like
Interesting.
driving all over the place. I had to drive my mom to the concert. I drove to my sister's house. I drove all over the place. I was like, oh, I don't like I don't like doing this. I like getting from point A to point B by myself and stuff like that. You just like you like traveling, but like I don't like driving. Like it gets so boring. I'm like I'm bored. Can I do
I don't
something?
mind driving. I like it.
Mm-mm. And then people are jerks, so
People are jerks.
I'm like, God freaking damn it.
Yeah, and then see, I like driving until I see a Cybertruck.
I hate when they're next to me. I get so nervous because they're
Me
made out of
too.
stainless steel, and I'm like, we get in a car accident, I'm done. Like,
They're ugly.
they're ugly. I'm dead. Like, everything about that car, I hate.
I went like an entire like 2 weeks without seeing one, and then this morning I saw two.
And that is a very bad morning in and of itself. I
Ruined
like
my
that
day.
little
It
quote.
actually ruined my day.
I like the little quote from TikTok where she was like, you be having a great day, the sun is shining, birds are chirping, and here comes a Cybertruck,
Cybertruck.
just piss you off. Why I like
Exactly.
that?
Love her. That's literally how I feel. Like, the sun's shining, the birds are chirping, and then I see one across the way. I see one, and it's like
Like,
ruined.
ew, you
My
drunk
entire
that? I would just
month,
give it a
week, and day
segment
are ruined.
too. Like,
Ugly. And you heard they all got recalled.
and they still haven't sent them back. So why is there so many
And
on the
that,
road?
yeah. To be for real. To
I've
be
just
for
seen
real.
too many, way too
Exactly.
many.
Exactly. I could talk about hours. No, I could talk for hours about Cybertruck.
I could give you a good 10 minutes of how much I hate that truck, and then that's
Same.
what I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah. Anyway, back on the topic of the movie.
I have to ask how you are and
Oh
how
yeah, that's
your Monday.
you do that too. I'm fine. I'm fine. Mother's Day was this weekend. Like you said, I really just stayed in my room because everyone came over and I did not feel like socializing, so I did not. Uh, yeah,
That's
yeah. My nieces were here. They were a menace and a blessing, as little kids are. One like they kept touching things and it really annoyed me. But besides that, they were fine. And then I tried to start editing last week's episode, but I was rudely interrupted. So that was nice. Besides that, I've just been like getting a lot of stuff ready for the school year to end, and then boom, graduation. But yeah, that's about it.
woo.
Anyway, I need to ask,
Mm,
how did you think, or what did you think about this movie?
plot twist. That's all you need.
I'm guessing you really, really liked it.
I did. From top to bottom, left to right, front and center. I love this movie.
Mm-hmm.
hmm hmm hmm
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite, in my opinion, one of the best live actions they had. Is this one and other live action that they had that I really love.
Yeah. We
Other than
disagree over which one is the best live action. I know that.
we do, we do.
But so give me your praise and your criticisms of the film.
So my praises. Well, obviously Halle Bailey. She kind of ate that role right
Oh
on
yeah,
the
you
fuck up.
did.
She sang down on every song. I loved her voice. I think she sounded so pretty, and her eyes are very expressive in the film. So like, it
Oh
was like
yeah.
I can hear everything that she was saying. in her eyes. I was just like, she had like the most expressive eyes ever. And I loved her acting, especially for something like this is her first time ever doing something like this. So, especially for her first time, she did such a phenomenal job bringing this character to life. I think she just looked so beautiful. The water scenes were very good in some areas. Some areas it wasn't, but some areas it was. I feel like I really like the acting of everyone else. I really liked what they added to the story and stuff like that. And I did enjoy the songs a lot. But my criticism is like I feel like for a song like Under the Sea, I
Yeah.
liked that they showed all the different sea creatures. I just wish they kind of still went with something similar to the animated movie where they when he said the Duke is the whatever of soul whatever and they had a fish talk or something like that. I wish they still kept some of that element from the animated movie into the live
Yeah.
action. And but I did like the songs that they did add, except for Prince Eric's song. I didn't
The
think it
beginning.
was no Prince Eric's song from Wide Uncharted Waters. I think it's called.
Oh, like when you like went out on the boat looking thing.
Yeah, when he's singing Wild Uncharted Waters, whatever. I don't like that song, though. I
Yeah.
understand why in terms of arc why it's there because
Mhm.
there are supposed to these two love interests are actually supposed to very much so complement each other in terms of they would rather be somewhere else that's not where they are currently.
Yeah.
So like Ariel's rather be, on land with the humans and stuff like that. That's why she sings part of your world. And then
Mhm.
when she gets on land, she sings for the first time, which I really like that addition. Like I love that song. I listen to it unironically like in my car and stuff like that. I think that was a great addition to show her excitement. Like I'm here, and then to realize, oh fuck, I'm here alone. I don't
Yeah.
got nobody else. And then she like, but I'm still here. like, and then for him to sing "Wild and Cheddar Waters," like I want to be out there. I don't want to be here. So like, it's very much so. They're very much so supposed to be very similar in that way. And I actually really did like the chemistry between Hallie and the man. I can't remember his real name. I think it's like John or Jason or whatever. But him, I really like their chemistry together because they just I don't know, they just complimented each other so much to me in the movie. And I think no offense to him, but I think that's all Hallie's doing and stuff like that. because she's just the way they described her on this set and stuff like that is nothing but praises, saying that she's literally the sweetest soul and she's so kind and stuff like that. And she's so like they had nothing but like nice things to say about her working with her and stuff like that and how she she was just pleasant to work with. And yeah. Now again, a couple criticisms is the fact that the CGI was kind of off, especially on her hair at some points,
Yeah,
and
I see
water
that.
scenes and stuff like that. um I know they were like in a giant bathtub for one of the scenes or whatever, but it was still like it still kind of felt a little bit off to me. The tail looked nice though. The tail looked fire. But like
That's really good.
but yeah, that's kind of like that's all I pretty much have for it. Because I watched the movie a while ago. Nah, I watched it recently to refresh my memory, but I actually really go back and I rewatch this movie because I just loved it that much. Like I really did. I really enjoyed my time there.
No, yeah. I agree with a lot of that. Let me see. My praise and my criticism would be Hallie's acting, like you said, phenomenal. I loved oh my god, the tales were beautiful. I loved how each of them was unique. There was not like copy pasted. It was really really unique. I really appreciated that. Like when uh King Triton's Court came out and I saw all of Ariel's sisters, I was like, oh my god, they all look so beautiful.
Oh, they were so great. I was like,
It
oh
was
my
so great.
gosh, they were so pretty.
Yeah, I did
I
not pair.
recognized some of them because I
You
think
did?
yeah, I think the I think she was Indian. I think she's actually I've never seen Bridgerton, but I've seen clips of them, and she's actually from Bridgerton's Indian one, and then I think she's Indian. I could be wrong. She could be from somewhere else, but and the black girl, I'm not sure if she played Perline in the movie Sinners, but she looks like she did. I don't want to. I don't quote me on that. Actually, you know what? I ain't recognize nobody.
I don't think she did. No.
Don't listen to me. We'll just keep going.
Okay. Well, yeah, I like that. Um, I like the movie as a whole overall. Like, unlike the other live action adaptation that we reviewed last week with the Snow White movie, I was not bored. I was engaged the entire time. I was like very like intrigued. I only took one break to go downstairs and get some chips. So there's that. I really do wish I could have seen it in theaters when it first came out. I'm still very, very salty about that. I will never forgive my family for leaving
Honestly, I would
me.
have been salty about it too because
I
that
w-
that in theaters was actually fun.
I could imagine seeing that in theaters would have been really cool. I would have loved that. Just a day later when I'm done with finals, please. Anyway, very very nice. I do have quite a few criticisms, and I I don't want it to seem like I didn't like the movie, even though I have more criticisms than praise, quote unquote. It's just that even with movies I love, this thing always it's always something to criticize, except for Hamilton, because Hamilton and Wicked are amazing. Nothing to
Mm,
criticize there.
mm,
I will fight anyone on that. But yeah, all movies have like their like ups and downs. And for me, um, I did not like I forget the actress who plays Ursula. I know who she is. I just forget
Melissa
her.
McCartney.
Yes, she's a good actress. This movie did not do her justice. That's all I'm gonna say.
Honestly, a lot of people did not like her as Ursula. I personally did like her as Ursula.
I just I don't
Whenever,
know if it was I don't know if it was her or the writing, but something just felt off with the lines.
and that's fair because exactly what a lot of people, when the movie first came out, that's exactly what a lot of people say that they did not like her as Ursula. I didn't hold that opinion. I just thought she did really good for, especially for a role that you can tell that's not normally what she does. She doesn't do those roles.
Yeah.
But, however, I kind of wish they hired a drag queen because Ursula's based off of a drag queen.
Mhm.
So I was kind of expecting them to hire a drag queen, and
That would have
they
been cool.
didn't. And I was like, okay.
I mean, it is what it is.
It is. I was just like, that's kind of what I was expecting personally.
Yeah, remember this
Like,
is Disney we're dealing with, so you can only expect so
yeah,
much from them.
I can only expect so much, but I still think she did a pretty decent job for.
No, yeah, I think she did like she wasn't nearly as bad as Gal Gadot. I don't think anyone could do that.
Um, I don't think anyone could touch how bad that was.
No, yeah, you did try to be that bad. So
Listen,
I
if
didn't.
you
I truly think it was the writing because something just felt off when I was watching her scenes.
it could have
Um,
also been how she delivered her lines sometimes, because sometimes I
maybe.
kind of understand what people are coming from because sometimes her line delivery was like it just sounded a little bit off too.
Yeah.
I was
Well, no,
just
because
like,
she was
oh,
trying to do
okay,
that Ursula voice that we hear in the
yeah.
animation,
I think that
but like she wasn't quite hitting it
yeah.
because she was trying.
I would rather her prefer I would prefer her just use her regular voice and
Yeah.
be just be her as Ursula, I guess, like rather than
Yeah.
her.
Well, also because Hallie did do kind of an aerial voice, but she actually succeeded in that.
Yeah, because Halle already sounds like kind of like Ariel a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like she should have tried like a little bit less, and it would have felt a lot more natural.
Yeah,
Because you
that's
can
fair.
tell she's really trying to get into that Ursula, but it's just not quite hitting.
Yeah.
I also because you mentioned Under the Sea earlier, I did not like how they did it because okay, I haven't seen the. This is gonna be a common trend if we keep going on with Disney musicals. I don't like Disney, so I haven't seen the Disney musicals like the Disney princess movies and all that. I haven't seen them for years, so I don't remember a lot from the Little Mermaid. But I do remember Under the Sea because Under the Sea is amazing. The live action. First of all, I feel like there was less sea creatures, and like it felt very downscaled, especially because I actually my school just did a Little Mermaid play, and tell me why I think the play was better than the live action I just watched because especially for Under the Sea, like it was a lot more lively. Like, and it wasn't because in the live action, it was just Sebastian singing and Ariel a little bit. But I feel like I can't remember this for sure, but I feel like in the animation, the sea creatures were singing it or coming in to sing something, and there's a lot more movement. And I don't know, maybe it's just because like the sea creatures look like real sea creatures. It doesn't look as like there's no emotion in their faces. You know what I mean? Because it's emotionless. Um, but yeah, I was not, I was so happy when I heard the tunes from Under the Sea coming in, and then I was disappointed when I started watching it.
Yeah, that's another common criticism people had, that they did not like the Under the Sea sequence. Personally, I disagree with those criticisms. I'm like, I personally really loved it because I loved watching all the sea creatures and stuff like that. Because they're actual sea creatures that live in the sea. I like that they highlighted things that a lot of people don't talk about, like those starfish that looks like feathers and stuff like that,
No,
or
yeah, I like
the
those
little
did look cool,
snail,
but
little
again, like
clam
it
creature.
was there's no emotion because they can't convey emotion in their faces.
No, because they're creatures, which is
Yeah,
again another common criticism that this movie gets, is the fact that the under the sea sequence was lackluster for a lot of people.
it was very lackluster for
But
me.
I'm like, it's real life.
But yeah, but nobody asked for this live action remake.
Nobody asked for none of these live action remakes.
Nobody asked for them.
Um,
We were all fine with not having them.
we were all chilling without the live action
And
remakes.
then they started making live action remake after remake after remake after
After,
remake.
but this isn't like, people need to understand that these aren't the first live action remakes Disney has done. Like Alice in Wonderland came out well before they started really making
Yeah, but I
remakes
feel like
like
see
that.
the difference between what's happening now and what was happening with Alice is I feel like they remade Alice out of a genuine love and care to remake it.
I
You
don't
know
think
what I mean?
that.
No, I think they did because I like that movie. I actually really do. Um, Obviously it has its
I
ups and downs,
I think
but
they
I
should.
think because what's happening now is they're constantly pumping out remakes. They haven't made many new original films. If you notice, Disney's pumping out either sequels, prequels, or live action remakes of the sequels. Like it's just a lot.
Terrible.
It's terrible. I haven't heard of a new original Disney production since Wish, and Wish sucked. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah.
That was the worst movie I've ever saw.
You know what? I think we have to have a future episode with Wish. I think we just have to.
Mhm.
Not the
I'm
next
not
one.
watching it again. We going off in memory. I'm not putting myself through that.
Oh my god, no! I saw people reviewing it, and I saw the clips online. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to waste my money and go into theaters and come out feeling disappointed and like I wasted an hour and a half of my life or however long that movie is.
Oh God, it was bad. Anyway,
No, yeah,
sorry. Like,
no,
I'm
yeah.
so disappointed.
Also with the live act with Little Mermaid, there were a few scenes they cut. I noticed that. Like the chef scene with Sebastian. I know why they cut it, but they did cut it, and I was like, huh, they cut that.
Yeah. I didn't even notice it until after the movie. I was just like, oh fuck, they didn't do Les Poissons.
Yeah, I really wanted that. Also,
I
when
didn't care. Like, to be
I
honest.
care because again, I just like came off of like looking at my school's production. I loved how lively the songs felt with everyone singing.
Mhm.
And I just didn't get that with the movie. I know there's a Little Mermaid play. 'Cause I listened to the audio, and
Mhm.
that sounds really good.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Yeah.
Yeah, like the singing in there is really good. I will listen to that on Spotify any day. My main not my main criticism, but one of the things that I personally did not like, and I feel like it's either you agree with me or you just don't. There's really no in between. I it, Nothing she's done wrong. It's not her character. Like as a person, I don't like. I don't like Aquafina for the
Oh my
simple
God, me
fact.
neither. Because I forgot to mention her in my thing. Like, I caught her out of the movie in my head. I was just like, fuck, I hate Aquafina.
No,
Forgot to mention that.
it's not even like I hate her as a person. It's just that whenever I hear her voice, I just know it's her, and it breaks me out of any immersion I have.
Yeah, I feel like this movie would be much higher on my list, and I I can't even say that I hate her because I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that. But I feel like this movie would be higher on my list if she wasn't on it.
No, seriously, because when she came in playing Scuttle, I was like, oh god, here we go.
It's like, girl.
And then, because I'm pretty sure in the original, Scuttle does not rap like that.
Because Aquafina is a rapper. I didn't know.
Yeah,
Like
and
a lot of
she,
people don't know that.
yeah,
I
she did
think
rap.
yeah, and I didn't. I that was the one song of every song that I heard in this movie. That is the one song I hated the most.
Yeah,
The one with Scuttle and
me too.
Aquafina.
I was like, please stop,
I was like,
please
no,
stop.
because Lin
Yes,
Manuel wrote these songs. He wrote the music for this. For this, like
yeah,
he wrote at least some of the music for that. Obviously, he didn't write the classics and stuff like that, but he wrote the some of the music for the new music that they put into this. And
yeah.
he had to write something like that in there just because the guy who played Scuttle was in Hamilton. And I'm gonna just sit here and say that I didn't need it.
No, yeah.
You could have kept that out, actually.
It really could have been cut out. I did
In
not
fact, I
like
would have
it.
preferred you put Leper Swans. That's
Yeah,
honestly
over that Scuttle song, please, any
over that
day.
Scuttle song. I would have preferred that. Though I
Any
didn't. I
day.
don't. I never particularly cared for the song. Not even in the animation version. I just would rather prefer that one than
Yeah. I mean,
whatever the heck I got.
yeah. I like, yeah, that among other things, like the set was pretty fine. I didn't mind it. Um unlike unlike Snow White, it didn't feel overly fake. Like the set looked pretty good. Um the main thing also, I would have like I feel like 3 4 years ago I would not have had this complaint, but I did not like the water physics at all. I really didn't. And it's the only way to get around it is to just film underwater, which I understand is hard, is expensive. I understand that. I get it. So I get why they didn't do it. However, it would make things look so much better.
They did it sometimes.
I feel like you can tell when they did it too.
Yeah, they did it sometimes because I remember I was watching some behind the scenes with Hallie. She had to actually learn how to swim.
Yeah. But like, see, I compare it to, have you seen Avatar: The Way of Water?
That's different. That's James Cameron. He's fucking crazy.
Listen, okay, James Cameron is my idol. If
Crazy.
I can live up to a
He
fraction
can't
of
write
what
for
James,
nothing, but he crazy.
no, I'm so serious. I will watch any James Cameron film. Any. It's actually in my list. I want to watch every film he's ever directed because I love that man. I love
He
him.
really do be pushing the envelope and being
He
like
do,
what
and
we do and we're gonna make it look real. I don't know about the rest
I
of
don't
the
even
other
think he's
boys.
a bad writer. I don't think he's a bad writer. I just
No,
think he
he's
needs
pretty
some
bad.
help in the creative department. Like
He's
a
pretty bad.
bad writer is. I know you haven't seen it, but Star Wars, Episode 7, that
I have seen that.
no, not 7, 8, Episode 8, The Last Jedi.
I've also
That
seen
one,
that.
that one is bad. That one is what bad
I want
writing
you to
looks like.
know, this is just off the topic. My hate for Star Wars comes from the fact that I have seen every episode and I didn't like it. I'm not coming into there being like, I hate Star Wars. I hate Star Wars because I've seen every episode and I was not impressed. I was not sitting there geeked out of my mind for these movies. Unlike other things that I'd be like, I hate and I've never seen, I've actually seen Star Wars and I'm not impressed. I only really liked Rogue One. And that's just saying a lot because I have not went back to watch that movie, but I remember loving it. They're looking at me like they want to kill me.
So anyway, that's a wrap. Okay.
No! No,
That was blasphemous what you just said. So I'm just not gonna hear it because I, I love Star Wars and
we should
you know what?
do a Star Wars one.
We
Oh,
should. I would love that. I would actually love that.
we should do
We
that. I mean,
should.
I might not like the movies, but I watch them if you say we gotta do it.
Yeah. You see, again, I'm gonna have to like I didn't hear that because I want to continue to love you as a person. So we're just gonna have to like you didn't say any of that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna erase that from my memory so I
you
can love
probably
and
you probably
respect
gonna
you.
keep it in though. Okay, I'm gonna get tagged by Star Wars fans. I'm gonna be
I'm
tagged by
keeping
the
that in.
nerds.
You
We
said
talk
what you
about
said.
nerds. Nerds
I
are
will get
gonna
the
be
Star Wars
like,
fans on you.
actually,
I love Star Wars. I live, breathe, and eat Star Wars. Okay, literally,
mm-hmm.
I've been saying this all week because I don't ask me how I just connect the dots. I mean, I can't say that. It's about the dots myself.
Yeah, you about to really tell them where you live, huh? That's crazy.
I can't say that. Oh, I'll tell you after we start recording. I can't say that. I'm gonna cut that shit out. Anyway, I'm gonna call that out. So anyway, uh, but yeah, I love Star Wars so much. And
Mm-hmm.
back on topic, I forgot how we got here. Oh
Um,
yeah, bad writing, James Cameron. All right,
yeah.
so I don't think he's a bad writer. I think I've seen far worse films than the films he's made. Um, and I feel like it makes up for it tremendously in the visuals department because you can tell when you're watching a James Cameron movie. His movies do
No, for
not
real.
age. They
Yeah,
do not age.
because like the first Avatar came out in 2009. That looked like that came out like yesterday.
It literally, you could tell me it came out yesterday, and I would believe you.
I don't know why
It's
Disney
so
didn't just
beautiful.
hire him to do this.
No, seriously, if
Like
Disney hired,
seriously.
no, they didn't hire him because it would have cost them too much money. In these movies are just cash grabs.
No, I would have fired. I mean, like, I don't care how much money it is. I want this movie to look good. It's gonna look good.
Yeah, and as you should.
Or the man that did Aquaman, the first Aquaman, because that water
I
physics
didn't
is pretty
I
good.
never watched Aquaman in its entirety, but its water physics were so bad.
It was bad. I don't remember it being bad or bad. I
No,
remember.
the underwater physics were really bad.
That's crazy. I don't
I
remember
know
that.
that. I've seen the underwater clips.
And I've watched the
Um,
entire movie. I don't remember that.
we definitely have to review a James Cameron film in the future. I love James Cameron,
What if I say I don't want to?
but you do because I believe here.
Don't his movies are too long, bro. You know I was anti watching The Way of Water because I was like, can we get to the point? There was like three different storylines. This is why I say he's not a great writer because there was like three
I liked
different
it a lot
storylines
though.
in The Way of Water, and I was just like, "What's going on here? Like, we here, we here, we here, we here. Like, what's like? It's like, cause like obviously stories have like an A, and then they have a B, and then they have a C,
Yeah,
and that's fine and everything else like that. But why do I feel like when I was watching this, I was watching two different movies?
I
I don't
didn't feel
know why.
that. I thought it was pretty easy to follow, at least for me. I
It was
love
very
Avatar.
easy to follow. I just still felt like I was watching two different movies. I was like, I feel like this should have been in a third movie or something because they're
Also,
gonna have fire creatures. So
I believe either the second and the third Avatar, and or the third and the fourth one were one movie and they split it into two. I forget which one, but
good.
that did happen because it was too long.
Yeah, because what? I know his editing team's like, "Dang, this man really give us work to
No,
do."
like they
Like,
cut hours out of it because it was too long. And it's
but
already a
yeah.
long movie. I think it's like 3 hours long.
See, and that's why I can't watch his movies. You
I
telling me
can't
to
wait
watch it?
for the next Avatar's coming out soon, and I cannot watch it. I cannot wait to watch it. I will watch it.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Yes, you are, because guys, we're making an episode on.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yes, you are.
You're gonna have me sit here and look stupid because I'm gonna be like, yeah, I like the things,
Hmm hmm
like the avatars. They were like on birds.
Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, just I think I to this topic because of the water physics with the Little Mermaid, but yeah, that's my criticism. I just didn't like that.
Yeah, I
But
didn't like
besides
how
that,
she
it was
had her
great.
hair moving. It was very off to me sometimes.
Very off. It didn't feel like it didn't feel real.
It didn't feel real at all.
And King Trident's hair too looked really weird underwater.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on?
I'm like, King Trident, get your hairdo under
You
control.
what? I don't like that at all. I sometimes like
Mm-mm.
her hair looks stiff. I was like, hey yo, she may have locks, but her hair not stiff, bro. Like,
No, yeah.
why would you do that to her underwater? But I did like the scene when she came up and she kind of flipped her hair back. She said
No,
she had
I
to
like, but
film
her
that.
hair seemed really heavy when she did that.
Yeah, she said she had to film that like 7 or 8
Yeah, I
times.
could
Like she had
tell
to
her hair was heavy.
refilm that. I was just like, girl, I was like, I know you was snapping your neck. Filming
No,
that scene.
seriously, I can
I
tell.
was like, get these out my head. Like,
I can really tell. Uh, anything else before we get into the ranking?
I think what I really liked about hold on, there's a helicopter.
cannot hear it.
You say you kind of hear it?
No, I can't hear it.
Oh, okay, cool. Um, so I think other things that I really liked about the movie is again what they added into the story. So I like that they added the fact that the prince is basically adopted, and
Yeah,
that
I like that
this
a lot.
gorgeous black queen is his mother, and I loved her in the role. She looked so regal. I was like, "Ooh,
Yeah,
this lady stepping out and looking all regal. Get it, girl,
no,
get
seriously.
it."
I almost forgot to mention this, but I loved how diverse the cast was. It was
Oh, it was
extremely
so
diverse.
diverse.
And
It,
even like I don't know what the city or like the kingdom is called, but like on the island, like with the humans, so much diversity.
So
I
many
really
people.
so many people, and I don't know where they filmed it. I feel like
I think it was in the Caribbean,
it
something like
definitely was. I can hear the accents. It's
yeah.
all very familiar to me.
That's why I like that they filmed. I like that they filmed it down there because "Under the Sea" is a calypso song, or it has calypso influences in it. So I was like, that kind of makes sense. I also like the little bits of humor that they had throughout it because
Yeah, it made me laugh a little bit.
my favorite scene is when Sebastian's and Ariel they're in like um Prince Eric's study, and then she's teaching Eric how to blow through the conch, and Sebastian comes out from behind the brush just like, yeah, go on girl, go and get it, go and get it, and then they didn't kiss and he was just like, oh.
That was so. Even the little things were funny. Like when she
So
when she
funny.
pictured the Kong like initially, and Sebastian was there, so he's like, "Hey, guys."
It's just so funny. Like Sebastian was just unnecessarily funny throughout the
He
entire thing.
was so funny. He's such
I
a
was
funny
like,
character.
okay, that's that man from Hamilton. I can't remember his name, but like he played, you know who he is, right? You know
Yeah, the person that played Lafayette.
Lafayette and John Jackson
I forget the
Jefferson.
yeah, Jessica. Yeah, what are you talking about? I forget his real name.
Ooh, 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 ooh. I was gonna name the wrong figure.
He did a good accent
He
though.
did a really good job.
Although I will note in like the beginning, like 5 seconds when Sebastian first started talking, his accent did slip a little bit.
Yeah, it did. It did. It slipped sometimes, but he got back. He got it together. He got
He
it
did.
together. But yeah, I really liked him in the movie. Again, I just did not like him. I was just like, no, no. And then I really liked like the entire class besides Aquafina did a really good job. Even the little fish, Flounder, whoever played Flounder, I forgot his name. But he did a
Yeah.
good job too. And I really liked again what they added in terms of music and stuff like that. Um and yeah,
Yeah.
I would put if I were no, you go ahead and do your final thoughts. Sorry.
Into the next thing. Okay. So now let's just give our individual ratings and come together to put it on our wonderful masterpiece of a tier chart.
Is it out of 5 or 10?
I think last time we did it out of 10.
We did out of 10 last time.
Yeah.
All right, I give it 8.5.
Really?
Yeah, I told you I unironically watched this movie, and I really actually really loved this movie. Like I love the music that they added. Like I said, I also give it 8.5 because I'm never gonna let racist win.
That's so
I'm gonna give it
real.
8.5 because I'm not gonna let races win. I'm so sorry. Like the way they were acting about this girl being casted as Little Mermaid, because we didn't talk about it or get into it, but the
Yeah,
way
we
they
did.
acted with her
That
being cast as
pissed me
Little
off.
Mermaid,
When it was, because I remember when the movie was coming out, everyone was talking about it, and the claims that I kept hearing were like, "Oh, well, it doesn't make sense because she's underwater, so she should be white. She's a fucking mermaid. Nothing about her is real, okay?"
they want to get all technical and ish when it comes to something that's fictional, but
Seriously.
you you've been changing people who are ethnic all the time in movies and stuff like that to white characters. Like for example, Scarlet Witch is not supposed to be some white girl.
Oh, the person in Marvel?
Yes, she's not supposed to be a white girl. I think she's supposed to be a brown person. I don't know really particularly.
Really? I'm not sure about that. I'm not a Marvel person, so I couldn't
I'm
verify.
not really a Marvel person either, but I remember someone saying, and from who is a Marvel person, like, yeah, no, she's not even supposed to really look like that. She's supposed to be like brown or something like that. I'm like, oh, that's crazy and
Yeah.
insane. But yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I've been switching black characters for years and black and brown characters for years in place of white characters. Or like even Asian characters, yeah, like y'all just been replacing them with white characters. Now all of a sudden being done back to you, y'all throwing a fit. Like what the heck? Like calling it
Seriously.
woke and stuff like that. I'm just like, we have literally the Brandy Cinderella where a black man, a black woman, and a white man was able to make an Asian baby. Relax.
No, seriously. It like I don't I never understand people who like have like that much animosity towards other people. I'll never understand that.
Me
Honestly,
neither.
okay, also if like if I don't like you, I'm not gonna give you my time and energy. I'm just not. So it is what it is.
Exactly. Exactly. And I feel like Halle, even through all that, handled it with so much grace. And she gave us Angel, which I really loved that song. I don't know if you heard it, but it's such a beautiful
And
song.
I heard I think I did listen to it once when it first came out, but I haven't listened to it since.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful song about empowerment and stuff like that, about being black and stuff. And I just love that for her. Like, she really handled that criticism and everyone else. And in my opinion, she proved them wrong because she
Yeah,
was literally one of the best parts of that movie.
exactly.
Now, what do
Um,
you rate it?
yeah, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Okay,
A solid 8, which for my reviews, I feel like it's pretty high. I might downgrade it to a 7 because it's a Disney movie and I don't like Disney.
that's fair.
But I did like the movie. I see. I'm very conflicted because again, I don't like Disney. I really don't like Disney at all. Every chance. I feel like they have a vendetta against me because every chance they get to piss me off, they take it. They really do. Oh my god! Don't even get me started with that. I hate Disney. They ruined Star Wars for me. But yeah. So it's right now it's between a 7 and an 8 out of 10. I was maybe a solid 7.5 right
That's
there.
perfect.
Yeah,
That's between the 8 and a, yeah, that's between 7 and 8. Based 7.5.
yeah, right there. A nice
Mm-hmm.
7.5. So let's go over to the chart. All right, let me see how I do this because I feel like a grandma when I'm upgrading this. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here is our beautiful, masterly crafted tier chart. If you're on YouTube, then you can see it. If you're on Spotify, then you cannot naturally. So here we also have our last week's movie, Snow White. I kind of want to bring it down, but anyway, did not like
You,
that movie.
I know, but I won't let you.
I want to drag it. I really did not like it. I keep thinking back to the hour and a half I wasted, and I want to bring it down.
And that would be fair, actually.
So
I
mad.
wouldn't be mad at you if you did it, but like I would also not let you. So
Okay. Well, I think me personally. Let me see. I think this belongs in almost masterpiece.
yeah, I would have put it there too.
Yes, I think we can agree on that because it's definitely. Well, it's like leagues better than Snow White, obviously. And it's not bad enough to be and not good, not bad. So I think almost masterpiece is literally perfect for it. It's not God tier.
No,
God
it's
tier is like
definitely not
almost
God tier.
wicked as Hamilton, and that's God tier.
Uh, agree to disagree.
You like Hamilton? Stop fronting.
I did like Hamilton, but they are also rapping slave masters, so I can't like.
We talked about this last episode. Hamilton is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, they're rapping slave masters. They owned us.
You have one more time to attack something I love before I come for you.
But you want me to say that they weren't?
It's not what the play is about.
Mm-hmm.
It's about American.
Regardless, they're rapping slave masters.
Moving on. Yeah, so it's an almost masterpiece, and I think it's perfectly perfect there. Any objections?
No, I actually think it's really perfect there.
Perfectly perfect.
Perfectly
Uh,
perfect.
okay, period. My point.
Again, it's a fun watch. I rewatch this movie quite often. So I
Yeah,
can't.
it was a fun. I don't know if I'd ever, maybe like in a few years, I'll rewatch it, but I don't have a desire to rewatch it. It I did enjoy revisiting the world of the Little Mermaid because I have not seen it in many years. So it was a lot of fun coming back to that. I will admit. I see the nostalgia was here for this movie, unlike with Snow White. The nostalgia was really
Well,
here
listen, nobody's nostalgic about Snow White.
because
Like,
anybody won that
prove me
film.
wrong. I know it's probably gonna be people on the, if they ever see this episode. I know probably gonna be people in the comments say, "Actually, I like Snow White," and I was like, "No, you weren't. Stop lying.
Stop being a liar,
Stop
okay? Good for
lying.
you. Good for
Like, why are
you.
you lying?"
Good for you. But so do you have any last thoughts or comments to give?
Yes. My last thoughts and comments was that even though I give The Little Mermaid its praises and its dues, and I think it was perfectly casted, it is not my favorite live action. It is up there, but it's not my favorite
That's
because
fair.
regardless of what we say on the internet, um, Disney's gonna keep making these live actions,
They really are, which I
and
really do wish they could like allot their unlimited funds into making new stories. That'd be
yeah,
really cool.
which is a common criticism I hear, but also it's just like they're just going to continue making live actions and sequels and stuff like that.
It's
So
annoying.
either you like it or you just keep complaining about to a company that really do not care. Because regardless of if you complain, y'all still gonna go see it.
No, yeah.
I will always be confused because if you show them that you're not gonna go see that movie, then they're most likely not going to make them
Yeah.
more.
Although I will admit, if they ever do make a live action of The Princess and the Frog, I will be the first one in theaters. I really do want to see that.
Exactly. You see what I mean? Like,
That's fair
people
though.
still want to
Here's the
see them in live action. That's why I be looking at people. I'm just like, why are you complaining? When I was a kid, I always thought to myself, I was like, I wonder what this look like with real people. And now they're doing it. I'm
That's
happy.
what
Like,
I thought. No,
but
see, I thought that with Pokemon. Then I saw Pokemon in live action and I was horrified.
exactly. Like, I thought that with the Disney princesses because I was just like, hey, yo, what does look like when she walking through the town? They talking about how weird she is. Like, is she gonna clock them? Like, what's going to happen? This is real life. But like, yeah, I was like, I always wondered that when I was a kid. But now that I get to do it, I'm like, I'm content. I know everyone else is mad, but I'm like, I'm sitting here, I'm chilling. Like, I can't stop them from doing it. So I would rather pick the ones that I enjoy and watch those and be like, yeah, still fuck Disney, but like, yeah, I like these. Than to just complain online like, I wish they'll make original stories because I go to the theater and I watch original stories as well as the remakes. Like, I actually do that. Most of y'all can't say that, and that's on that.
No, yeah. I definitely. I see your point.
Yeah, because it's just like I can't stop them. I'm not in their pockets. If I was in their pockets, I'd have been stopped them. Like, I'd have been like, so
Yeah.
how about not the 15,000th remake? Let's go to the drawing board and let's make an original story and let's make it good this time and let's not do what we did with Wish. Like,
Yeah, like
let's do that.
it makes Wish so egregious, and we definitely have to make an episode on this in the future. But I definitely want our next episode to not be Disney because I'm seeing a trend here. But the original idea, like having the Star Boy be like an actual boy, that would have been 20 million times better than what we got. And I think having it, the original idea, be better than what we got is worse than not having the idea in the first place because it feels like we've been robbed.
Yeah, because like I've seen those clips. I actually heard the demo of the song At
Yeah,
All
I heard it.
Cost, which is it's actually my favorite song off of Wish. And I heard the demo of it and I was like, now this is a great love song. If
Exactly.
I would have heard that and they was dancing through the sky like I saw in them clips, girl, I'd have been like, this is what Disney's about because it was, Wish was supposed to encapsulate Disney's 100-year anniversary. That's what it was supposed to do.
Yeah. And
And
they
I was
fumbled
like,
it
it
so bad.
missed the mark so badly
So
because
bad.
Disney, regardless of how many people just like, oh, she doesn't need a man, da, 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 da. It doesn't matter about any of that ish because she can girl boss and still get a man. But that's beside
Seriously.
the point. Like, Disney was built off of these first time romances or like love at first sight and stuff like that. That helps encapsulate Disney. I mean, for God's sakes, they made the movie half 3D and half 2D to encapsulate Disney. You couldn't just make the storyline. Like,
No, yeah.
imagine how iconic it would be if they went with the original idea with with an evil queen and an evil king, because there's evil queens and evil kings. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like,
Also,
you.
like the whole thing with like 2D, 3D animation, we're like not even talking about the Mermaid anymore, but I don't really care. Uh 3D, 2D animation, like hybrids, are some of my favorite. Like it's a method that isn't widely used yet, but I love it. Like Arcane does it. Into the
Into the
Spider
Spider
Verse,
Verse started
they,
it.
they yeah they do it. Theirs is less noticeable than Arcane's is, because I talk to people and like they don't. I'm talking to them, they don't realize that it's 2D 3D. I think a lot of people think it's just 2D, but it's not. It's 2D 3D, and it's ridiculously good. I love the animation so much because I've tried animation and I realize how much effort it takes. And because of that, I gain so much respect for animators.
That's
So
why I
much.
prefer to watch animations over actual real people, because I'm not saying the actual real people on screen don't do work, don't do their jobs or nothing like that or stuff like that. But I really appreciate animation for the medium that it is, not the genre that it is.
No,
Because a lot
yeah,
of people think of animations as genres, which is why they take their kids to see animations and stuff like that. And it's not.
yeah,
It's a medium. It's just another
exactly.
way to showcase someone's art. That's
And
all it is.
we definitely need more adult animation films and shows, because it's been like completely taken over by like kid stuff, and I want to see more things like um Arcane and the Spider Verse, and even like things like Rick and Morty, like adult things made for adults, so that you don't have like the whole like, oh, it's for children. Let's make the story make no sense. No, come on,
It's like I want that too, but at the same time, adults won't go see it. Like, they won't go see it in theaters and stuff
because
like
they
that.
think it's for kids.
They think it's for children.
No matter
Exactly.
how hard you market, unless it's anime, because everyone knows like anime is like its own like separate thing,
Yeah.
but it's gonna take something like truly revolutionary to change people's minds. I
To
think.
change people, exactly. Like, even with some animations that I be like, for example, I went to the theater to see Puss in Boots, and I noticed that obviously there's gonna be a lot of kids in it because it's a kids
Yeah,
movie. But I'm just saying, like, it's good for adults too. Like, if you
exactly.
actually ever watch Puss in Boots, that's actually what inspired Ryan Coogler for Sinners. That was one of his inspiration, was Puss in Boots. So like I'm just like, you don't, y'all really write off animation as something that is kiddish when it could be enjoyable for you too.
Exactly.
Like like you said, Rick and Morty, even Bob's Burgers. I'm not gonna put the other two in there because I'm not gonna do that. Arcane, Castlevania, which some people count
Pennsylvania
it
is
as an
so good.
anime.
It's not though.
It's not to me.
Well,
I don't.
there's not even a debate about it. Is the animation studio in Japan? If it's not, then it's not anime.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say, but they put it in the anime category in on Netflix.
Well, Netflix is an American company, so
Nah, true. That
here
is.
I'll look it up right now. Actually, let me not do it on my computer because my computer is acting up. I hate my computer now.
But yeah, like a lot of animations are for adults and stuff like that, but adults won't watch it because they think it's for kids. Like, Arcane is not for freaking kids. Like, Castlevania, not for children. Love, Death,
Not
and
for kids
Robots,
at all.
not for children. None of these are for children. All of these are for you as an adult to consume. And the sooner that y'all finally grasp that animation is a medium, not a genre, the faster we can evolve as a society, and I can get all the animation that I want in real time, okay? Because I heard, and this is an anime, not an animation, but I heard that the anime Solo Leveling may not be returning, or it's going to take till 2028 for them to make a third season. And if I don't get my third season, I'm crashing out.
And that is so real.
And that's it. Those are my final thoughts. I think The Little Mermaid was a good live action, and I think people
No,
should
yeah.
enjoy animations more, especially adults.
My final thoughts are Disney. I really did enjoy it. It was a good film overall. I just wish you'd create more unique new things,
Me
because
too.
I used to love Disney. No, I used to tolerate Disney. Now I don't like you. But yeah, and also I just looked it up. The Castlevania team is based in Austin, Texas, so it is not anime. Um,
Okay, because then why do they keep? I think
Cause
so.
it has like it has an anime esque like feel to it and the art
Yeah,
style.
I think, but
But
I think
no
this one.
matter how no matter like the art style that you use, if it the anime is based in Japan, it has to be. It's just part of it.
But I think a lot of Japanese people even said like if it looks like an anime, if it quacks, basically if it quacks like a duck, looks like a duck, it's a duck. Like,
Well, and I get that, and I get that. But you also just can't throw the definition out the window.
I mean, is that the definition of anime? A
It is.
Japanese style cartoon? Because I thought anime was just Japanese for animation.
Yeah, it's animations that are made in Japan. Basically, they have to be Japan based. The same way manga has to originate from Japan, or else it's just a comic book.
It is just a comic book here, but it's a debate. It's up for debate. I'm not saying you're right or wrong, or I'm not saying anyone's right or wrong, or whatever. Facts are facts. I'm just saying like it's in the animation section. What they say is what they say. So like it's not wrong to consider those though.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not sure how long this is, but I'm getting the feeling that it's long enough. So that was our final thoughts. Thank you for tuning in to this Monday's Movie Monday. Thank you so much. If you watched till the end, we love you. We appreciate you. Please tune in next week for next week's Movie Monday.
I don't
Uh,
love or appreciate you. Get a life. No, I'm kidding.
what?
I said I don't love you or appreciate you. Get a life. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, sure. Don't live without me. Yeah, but thank you so much for watching till the end. We really appreciate it. And in the future, yeah, we really are open to any film recommendations. I love movies, so hit me up. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, thank you guys. We appreciate you. Bye.
Bye.